Once you understand how you feel, how you think, and how you connect, the next question is, what do you do with all of that? Now, let's talk about the operating system that governs how you take action, how you pursue what you want, and how you handle conflict. Your Mars sign. This is your action operating system. And here's what's interesting. Mars is the one that shows up when things get hard, when there's a problem to solve, a goal to pursue, a conflict to navigate. Your Mars is how you move through the world when something matters to you. Now, Mars governs three things: how you take action, your Mars, your motivation, how you pursue goals, how you handle conflict, what happens when someone challenges you or disagrees with you. It's how you express desire, what you want, and how you go after it. And just like the other operating systems, there are four elements: Fire Mars, Earth Mars, Air Mars, and Water Mars. Same goal, four completely different ways of pursuing it. Starting with Fire Mars, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Think of Fire Mars as the sprinter. It's going to be fast, immediate, and when they see the goal, they're going to run right for it. I worked with a team where the manager had Aries Mars. When there was a problem, her response was immediate. Let's address this right now, get everyone in a room, and let's hash it out. One of her team members had Libra Mars, and his response was, let me think about this. Let me consider all perspectives. Let's schedule a meeting next week. She thought he was avoiding, and he thought she was impulsive. I looked at their chart. See, Air Mars moves fast, and when there's conflict, they address it immediately. Libra Mars moves diplomatically, and when there's conflict, they think it through first and then find balance. Neither is wrong, just different action speeds. Or think about Fire Mars pursuing a goal. Someone might say, shouldn't you make a plan first? And Fire Moon is going to say, I'll figure it out as I go. Let's just start. See, Fire Mars doesn't need a roadmap. They need momentum. Action creates clarity for them. Now in Earth Mars, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, think of Earth Mars like building a bridge. Slow, strategic. Every step is calculated. I had a client with Capricorn Mars who wanted to start a business. Her friend was an Aries Mars, said, just launch it, put it out there, and adjust it as you go. She couldn't do that. Her Capricorn Mars needed a plan, a strategy, financial projections, a timeline, and her friend thought she was overthinking. She thought her friend was reckless. Different Mars, different action styles. See, Capricorn Mars doesn't move until the foundation is solid. But once they start, they're unstoppable. Or think about Earth Mars in conflict. The partner might say, can we talk about this now? And Earth Mars is going to say, I need time to think about what I want to say. And then he might say, you always do this. You always shut down. And she may respond, I'm not shutting down. I'm processing. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Rushing Earth Mars doesn't speed them up. It makes them dig in harder. Now, Air Mars, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, think of Air Mars like a chess player, strategic, thoughtful, and always thinking 3 moves ahead. I work with someone who has Libra Mars, and she said, I can't make decisions. Everyone gets frustrated with me, but I need to think about how this affects everyone. What if I choose wrong? I looked at her chart and realized that she was not being indecisive. You're fair. Your Mars needs to consider all angles before taking action. That's Libra Mars. They don't just act, they weigh, they consider, they seek balance, and this is where Air Mars often gets labeled as passive when they're actually being strategic. Or think about Air Mars in a heated argument. Emotions are high. And then Air Mars says, can we calm down and talk about this rationally? And someone else might say, I don't want to be rational. I'm upset. And the air Mars is going to say, I cannot engage when things are this emotional. I need logic. See, air Mars doesn't fight with emotion. They fight with words, with reasoning. They need conflict to be intellectual, not emotional. Now, water Mars, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, think of water Mars like finding cracks in a stone. They don't force it, they flow. See, I had a client with Pisces Mars, and she said, I hate confrontation. I freeze or I agree even when I don't. And then I resent people later. I looked at her chart like I have time and time again, and I realized your Mars doesn't fight through confrontation. It fights through dissolution, through adaptability, through finding another way. And when she learned to work with her Mars by setting boundaries in her own way, everything shifted. See, water Mars doesn't pursue goals through strategy. They pursue through intuition, through feeling their way forward.